It is very difficult to feel the Canadian election in the United States because the United States is a very large state, and the United States has its eyes on many important political strongholds and superpowers that have far more political influence and military power than Canada. Despite the fact that there are cousins brothers relation between Canada and US, they eventually have to look at each other. Every presidential election in the United States is as exciting and suspenseful for the both countries' people as it is to the United States. For the citizen of Canada, I know that few of you will be aware that Canada has held a national election this week for the second time in just 2 years. The last election was held in 2019, in which the Liberal Party was elected. The party was headed by Justin Trudeau and won the election 4 years earlier in 2015. There are also two major political parties in Canada, the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party. The real competition is between these two. While considered liberal and conservative party, liberal is friendly with the immigrant people, and the conservative party is regressive and its as its name, but it still has a large number of supporters and some of the influence class and the upper class, and some immigrant people also like it. Justin Trudeau is son of former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. Uh, when the Conservative Party ruled Canada for 8 years in a row, the Liberal Party won a landslide victory in 2015. The Liberal Party had a clear majority in the election and ruled tightly for 4 years. Some were also embroiled in scandals, including a holiday scandal with the Aga Khan family and a long visit to India, in which the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, ignored them. Much of the displeasure of the Canadian these things. However, despite these two controversies in 2019, Justin Trudeau won the right to be the largest party but could not get a majority. However, due to the majority of seats, a minority government was formed with the help of the small parties. With the advent of the government, the coronavirus epidemic became global, and Justin Trudeau, despite being a minority government, benefited the masses. The money that is being distributed to till day has helped millions of people receive $2,000 a day, sorry, a month. This has led to a drastic reduction in the labor force, and today Canada is not ready to work because everyone is getting paid at home. To take advantage of the situation, Justin Trudeau announced early election that we thought could not have been a better time to form a permanent strong government. Opposition was also surprised by this sudden announcement of election on September 22, 2021, and the people were also worried about how the election is being spent in the current economic situation in the country, which is a waste of money and a waste of money. Political pundit thought that if the Liberal Party, if he gets a majority, he will be lucky to rule with a majority for the next 4 years. They will be able to avoid being favored by other parties. After 36 days of the hard campaign, elections were held in Canada, and the result was the same as in 2019. And the result was the same as in 2019. All parties won almost as many seats as they did 2 years ago, and the Liberal Party did not get any kind of majority. They will have to rely on an opposition party next year. So all this failed. The Liberal Party won 156 seats, the Conservative Party got 122, and the NDP 29, and the Bloc Quebec also got to 29 seats from the Quebec province. And with the 170 seat need to be forming a majority government. The NDP will likely support the Liberal Party, but at the same time uh, pursue its own interests, which could lead to some serious problem. Liberal Party, Justin Trudeau's in the campaign, he said that if he could not get the absolute majority, he could hold re-election in the next 18 months. As if another election was ready in the next 2 years, he did not win many seats, but this Conservative President Alan O'Toole has won the heart of the people with his sweet speeches, and it seems that his policies may also show some interest in the immigrant people's problem. People of Canada may be worried about economic problems, housing shortage, rising petrol prices, climate change, tax cuts. Tax cuts are much higher here than the United States, but now people are even more worried about the coronavirus. The government laid its hand on the heads of the people of Canada. The reason of that, the government spend more money on the low-income people than it does on the other peoples. And that happens. The people of Canada will have good hopes. There is no doubt that Justin Trudeau is a popular leader and the people like his family too. But after three consecutive victories, it is natural process to face the difficulty in the next elections.